The Tudor dynasty, reigning over England from 1485 to 1603, stands as one of the most pivotal periods in British history. Emerging from the chaos of the Wars of the Roses, the Tudors ushered in an era of profound change and transformation. Their rule witnessed England's evolution into a major European power, a dramatic shift from Catholicism to Protestantism, and a blossoming of arts and culture that continues to resonate today. This essay explores the remarkable journey of the Tudor monarchs, delving into their reigns, their struggles, and their triumphs. We will examine the key events that shaped their era, from the momentous break with Rome to the defeat of the Spanish Armada. The Tudors, with their larger-than-life personalities and their indelible mark on English society, continue to fascinate and intrigue us. Their story is one of ambition, intrigue, religious upheaval, and ultimately the forging of a nation. Their impact on the political landscape, religious beliefs, and cultural identity of England remains palpable even today. Join us as we journey back in time to uncover the dramatic tale of the Tudors, England's royal revolutionaries. In 1485, Henry Tudor, a distant claimant to the English throne, defeated King Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth Field. This victory marked the end of the Wars of the Roses, a brutal dynastic conflict that had ravaged England for decades. Henry Tudor, crowned Henry VII, was determined to establish stability and secure his newfound throne. Henry VII was a shrewd and calculating ruler. He understood the importance of consolidating power and restoring order after years of turmoil. He established a strong central government, curbing the power of the nobility who had held sway for so long. He also skillfully managed the royal finances, replenishing the treasury that had been depleted by war. Recognizing the importance of trade, Henry VII forged alliances with powerful European nations. He encouraged exploration and commerce, laying the groundwork for England's future maritime dominance. Though not a flamboyant king like his son, Henry VII's reign was marked by pragmatism and a focus on rebuilding. His reign laid the foundation for the Tudor dynasty's future successes. He provided his son and heir, Henry VIII, with a stable and prosperous kingdom poised for greatness on the European stage. Henry VIII, the second Tudor monarch, ascended the throne in 1509. His reign, spanning over 3 decades, would witness England undergo a seismic shift, forever altering its religious and political landscape. Initially a devout Catholic, Henry's desire for a male heir and his infatuation with Anne Boleyn led him to break with the Roman Catholic Church. When Pope Clement VII refused to annul Henry's marriage to Catherine of Aragon, Henry took matters into his own hands. In 1534, he declared himself supreme head of the Church of England, separating England from the authority of the Pope. This act, known as the English Reformation, had profound and lasting consequences. Monasteries were dissolved, their wealth confiscated by the Crown. Religious life in England was irrevocably altered, with the Bible translated into English and Protestant doctrines taking root. Henry's tumultuous personal life, marked by 6 wives, further fueled the religious and political tensions of his reign. Despite the upheaval, Henry VIII solidified the monarchy's power and transformed England into a major player on the European stage. His reign, a blend of ruthlessness and brilliance, left an indelible mark on England, setting the stage for the reigns of his children, Edward, Mary, and Elizabeth. Section 4. A king too young, Edward VI and the Protestant zeal. Edward VI, Henry VIII's only legitimate son, ascended the throne at the tender age of 9. His reign, though brief from 1547 to 1553, witnessed a surge in Protestant reforms, further solidifying England's break from Rome. Guided by Protestant advisors, Edward oversaw the introduction of the Book of Common Prayer, a standardized liturgy in English, and the suppression of Catholic practices. Edward's frail health, however, meant his reign was destined to be short-lived. Despite his young age, he displayed a keen interest in religious matters and a commitment to the Protestant faith. His reign represented a period of intense religious fervour, with efforts made to erase Catholicism from English society. The speed and radical nature of the reforms, however, created divisions and unrest. Edward's death at the age of 15 from tuberculosis plunged England into uncertainty once again. The succession was contested, paving the way for the brief but bloody reign of his half-sister Mary. Section 5. Bloody Mary, a reign of terror and religious fervour. Mary I, daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, ascended the throne in 1553, determined to restore Catholicism to England. Her reign from 1553 to 1558 was marked by religious persecution, earning her the infamous nickname Bloody Mary. Mary, a devout Catholic, viewed the Reformation as a grave error and sought to reverse the religious changes of her father and brother. She reinstated the authority of the Pope, revived heresy laws, and oversaw the burning of over 300 Protestants at the stake. These brutal acts of repression, intended to eradicate Protestantism, had the opposite effect, solidifying anti-Catholic sentiment amongst many in England. Mary's reign was also marked by political turmoil and a disastrous marriage to Philip II of Spain. Her attempts to revive Catholicism were ultimately unsuccessful. Her death in 1558, likely from cancer, paved the way for her half-sister Elizabeth to ascend the throne, ushering in a new era for England. Section 6. Gloriana Elizabeth I and the Golden Age. Elizabeth I, daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, ascended the throne in 1558. Her reign, spanning nearly 45 years, is considered one of the most glorious in English history, a period of stability, prosperity, and cultural blossoming. Elizabeth, a shrewd and pragmatic ruler, navigated complex religious and political challenges with remarkable skill. She established the Elizabethan religious settlement, a compromise that aimed to appease both Catholics and Protestants. This settlement restored the Church of England's independence from Rome while adopting a moderate Protestant doctrine. Elizabeth also skillfully managed England's foreign policy, playing European powers against each other to maintain England's independence. Her reign witnessed the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588, a pivotal moment that secured England's naval dominance and established it as a major European power. Elizabeth's court became a centre of arts and culture, with luminaries like William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Edmund Spenser flourishing under her patronage. Elizabeth's reign, often referred to as England's Golden Age, marked the culmination of the Tudor dynasty's achievements. Her intelligence, her strength, and her unwavering commitment to England's well-being left an enduring legacy, shaping the nation's destiny for centuries to come. Section 7. The Legacy of the Tudors, a Transformed England. The Tudor dynasty, though lasting just over a century, left an indelible mark on England. Their rule witnessed a transformation of the nation's religious, political, and cultural landscape. The Tudors inherited a kingdom weakened by civil war and left behind a nation confident in its identity and its place in the world. Their legacy is multifaceted and complex. The English Reformation, initiated by Henry VIII, irrevocably altered England's religious landscape, establishing the Church of England and shaping the nation's religious identity. The Tudors also strengthened the monarchy, centralising power and laying the foundation for a more unified and powerful England. Elizabeth I's reign, in particular, witnessed the flourishing of arts and culture, solidifying England's position as a major European power. However, the Tudor period was not without its dark side. Religious persecution, political intrigue, and social unrest were recurring themes throughout their rule. When Elizabeth died in 1603 without an heir, the Tudor dynasty came to an end. The throne passed to her cousin James VI of Scotland, marking the beginning of the Stuart dynasty. Despite their flaws and controversies, the Tudors left an indelible mark on England. Their reign stands as a testament to the transformative power of ambition, vision, and the will to shape a nation's destiny.